The weather in Scotland can sometimes define how good your outdoor experience will be, whether that be hiking or in this case wild camping, and sometimes it can be absolutely glorious, but other times not so glorious. So on today's adventure, I was heading on a wild camp in a rather well-known location and just looking for a bit of solitude, and the forecast was okay. It was a bit changeable, but yeah, I set off up the Devil's Staircase full of hope and looking forward to finding a lovely pitch high in the mountains above Glencoe. Hello. Right, the observant among you might know exactly where I am. There's a rather famous mountain over to my left. I'm going for a wild camp tonight, and I'm going back to a spot where there were two of us actually observed a UFO a few years ago, and I can't remember if we actually talked about it in the video. Anyway, I'll maybe talk about it later, but I'm going back up to the spot because I don't think we got many views out west when we were here before, and yeah, I'm hoping to get a view tonight. Anyway, I've just come off the highest point on the West Highland Way, which is the Devil's Staircase, and I've just been sauntering my way up, but I think I'm about to be hit by some rain, so I think I might have to stop in a wee while and get the waterproofs on. I was kind of hoping to be in my tent before it came on, but let's see, we might be lucky and miss the showers, but doesn't look very promising. Let's go. Right, that's me at the first summit, and this is where we camped the last time we was here. In fact, that rain's going to come on, I'll spin you around in a minute, but we camped here that last time when we saw the UFO because we were running out of daylight. But I've got about another 100 metres of ascent. I'll spin you around actually and show you where I'm going and why. I think I'm going to get my waterproof on. Oh yeah, so that's the top up there. Don't think it's got a name, I think it's 903 in the map, but you know what? I'm actually going to put my sandwich bag on my other camera to stop it getting wet. I'm actually going to get my waterproofs on here because that looks like a dark cloud, so let's do that. Just don't want anything getting too wet. Been there, done that. Yeah, I made that mistake a few weeks ago, not getting my waterproofs on when I thought I should have done so. As you can see, the skies had grown dark and there was now rain falling from those dark skies, and the wind was blowing. Yeah, it wasn't looking as nice as I'd had the vision in my mind's eye before coming up. But anyway, I headed up to the top and spent a bit of time looking for a decent pitch, and eventually found one after wandering about the top looking for a suitably flat area of ground to pitch the tent. I got it up and waited for the rain to go off. Right, as you can see, I've got the tent up. It's been raining for most of the last wee while, so I didn't do too much footage of me putting the tent up and what have you, because I didn't want the camera to get wet. But what a place! I'm in Glen Coe. I'm on the northern side of Glen Coe, that ridge, and just over to my west is the start of the Ainahiga, the Ambodak and what have you, and it's quite atmospheric over there. I'll maybe put some footage up if I've caught anything decent. And then behind me you can see Stob Gerarg of Buccleuch of Moor, and the whole of the ridge really going back, and then the wee Buccleuch. It's lovely, it's quite atmospheric. It's a bit wetter than I thought it was going to be, but it's summer, it's Scotland. There is a breeze keeping the midges at bay, so but yeah, I'm about 900 metres here. This top's 903, I think, marked on the maps. Doesn't have a name as far as I know. Somebody will correct me if it does. So yeah, I'm just going to chill for a wee while. Those of you who are eagle-eyed might notice I've got some new walking poles, and these are to replace the ones that I've had them for. The ones I had before, I don't know, maybe a decade. They were Fizan Everests, and they were great. They were really good. Jerry had a pair and I had a shot at them and I bought some, and I've replaced bits and bobs of them over the years. A bit like Trigger's broom. But anyway, I couldn't find the spare parts for it, and they stopped making them as far as I could see. By the way, if you're not from the UK or you don't know about Trigger's broom, do yourself a favour and go and Google it and watch a YouTube video on Trigger's broom. Anyway, so yeah, Fizan, I was extremely happy with the set that I'd had before. Really, really happy. They were great and they lasted forever. but they were worn down. I stood in them accidentally about 5 or 6 months ago, and I couldn't get them together correctly, and they were just starting to fall to bits. The ends of them were worn way down, so I thought I'll buy a new pair. So I bought a new pair of Fizzans again. These I think are called Compact Pros or something, and they're, so far this is the first time I've used them, and they're excellent. They're lighter than the ones I had, and they just feel great. So yeah, I'll maybe give you an update on them. They were about 60 quid, so I don't know how for the pair. So I don't think that's too expensive, to be fair. But anyway, right, I'm going to shut up, and I'll report back. Yeah, I'll report back to you in a wee while. Maybe tell you about that UFO story. Look at that, wonderful. I've just come up to just off the summit. Hopefully you can hear me, it's quite breezy. I tell you what, it's not warm. It's the middle of July, middle of the summer, and quite cold. It's to be down to single digits tonight, 2 or 3 in the tops. It might be a frost, but anyway. Over this way you can see towards the Anakigak, I'll put a wee arrow pointing to where it is, but you can see it's pretty dark over there, and the forecast was for this band of showers to be further south. In fact, this time last night it was saying that this weather was going to be over the central belt, maybe 100 miles or more to the south, but it's not, it's with us, so I just have to put up with it. It's quite atmospheric, must admit, but hopefully it's not going to get as atmospheric as the last time I was here, because I was mentioning that it was myself and Ray, and it was a winter camp. It was glorious. There was a full moon lighting up the snow-covered mountains. It was absolutely fabulous. And I had a few whiskies, Ray had a few rums, and I can't remember whether we mentioned this in the video, but we both noticed this light down in the valley. I'll show you around this way. It's away down here. Don't know if you can make it out, but we were camped just over my shoulder here on the next kind of top. And we were sat, there wasn't much wind, it was a beautiful winter's night, and we both noticed this orb of light, and from what I remember it was quite far down near the road, and it was moving around erratically. Initially we thought, I don't know what we thought, we couldn't figure out what it was. I thought maybe it was one of these fast drones, but I think it was moving too quickly at times. It was kind of zooting in strange directions, and other times it was just sat still, and we thought maybe it was some sort of refraction of lights of the cars going past, but there was bits where there was no cars on the road for miles and it was still there. So we went, I didn't have a zoom camera, but Ray did, and as soon as he went to get it, it disappeared. So make of that what you will. I don't know, I did read afterwards that there had been an earthquake recorded in Glencoe the day before, and on reading about not UFOs, but orbs of light and, I don't know, will-o'-the-wisps, apparently they can be seen round about fault lines and stuff like that, energy. So yeah, who knows, either that was somebody with one of these speedy drones in the middle of the night, but again, it was covering it was too quick for a drone, and why would you be flying a drone, you know, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night? But anyway, so what do you think? What do you think? Leave your comments in the section below. Has anybody else been here and experienced anything supernatural? Or I know that Glencoe's got a bit of a reputation with all the history that's happened here, but anyway, yeah, that was our UFO experience. Anyway, right, I think I might just go back and retire to the tent. My hands are getting cold. Right, let's turn this off just now. Oh, I tell you what, the other thing I'm slightly worried about is how cold it's going to be tonight. I've brought up, funnily enough, because we're in the middle of summer, my summer sleeping pad and sleeping bag. I did, however, at the last minute when I saw the forecast, pack the silk liner, so I'm hoping I'm going to be warm enough tonight, but hey ho, we'll see what happens. Right, I'll report back later on. Don't know if you can hear that, but it's absolutely hosing it down. That might be it for the night now, so I might just close the door. Yeah, clouds in. Yeah, forecast isn't great for tonight, so yeah, I just lie down and chill and hope. Yeah, never know, it might clear, but I don't think so. pushing it down. No glorious sunsets for me tonight. Bloody hell. Oh wow. Good morning. It is early. It's just after 4 o'clock in the morning. This is just lovely. Look at this. Wow. Absolutely stunning. It's lovely. So I think sunrise is still about half an hour away. But I wanted to get up half an hour before, because usually it's a half an hour before. If there is high cloud, it usually catches, but there's not. Not today. But it's still going to be quite nice. And the views are just lovely. There's some cloud rolling about. I can see over towards Bidjan, Nambian. And then over here to the north, the great views to Ben Nevis. And the moors lie right in front of me here. I get a great view of the moors. And hopefully you can make it out in the camera. You get that kind of different shades of grey and black. It's just absolutely stunning. Absolutely stunning. So yeah, I'm going to loiter, maybe do a wee bit of time lapse. I've actually just seen an owl, believe it or not. I think he or she was just as surprised to see me. It was quite a big owl. I'm not sure what type of owl it was, but it flew right towards me, thinking, what the hell is that on the hillside? Quite an amazing encounter. It literally must have been about 2 metres away from me as it flew up, and then realised I was a human, and then flew away again. That was amazing. So, right, shut up, buddy. Let's get a brew on, and I'll come back to you hopefully as the sun's starting to peek over the horizon. Right, morning. Got some caffeine and it tastes absolutely rank. I really need your help, guys. If anybody can tell me, so I bought a new platypus, which is, it's lovely actually. Well, there's one thing that's not lovely about it. It's lovely in terms of the way it's been constructed and the material. My old one was leaking. I'd already patched it up twice, so I thought I'll treat myself to a new one. But it's got a really bad aftertaste, a rubbery taste, and I've tried putting baking soda in, I've tried chopped up lemons and left it for days in water soaking. And the coffee, I can't even taste the coffee, it just tastes it's like I'm drinking melted plastic. So if you've got anybody's got any solutions on how to get rid of that rubbery taste, let me know. Otherwise I'll just be going back and buying the older, cheaper one, which is more plasticky, but yeah, it didn't have that taste, unfortunately. It's a real shame. But anyway, yeah, I got a Scotch egg. Sun is now up. It's amazing. As I always say, what a wee bit of sunshine does. It's after 5 o'clock now, and the view ahead of me, right in front of me here, is just absolutely stunning. As I said before, the moors and then the Ben and seen Carmore, Gerarg and the Annex. Anyway, super morning, so I'm going to just sit here, have a Scotch egg and then start, maybe go up to the summit and chill up there for a while, but I'm going to force this coffee, this plastic, rubbery coffee down my throat, and I'll report back later on. What a view. Well, I've just come up to the summit, which is, as I said last night, it doesn't have a name. Or it probably does have a name, but on the OS map it's just marked as 903, so just under Monroe height by just over 10 metres. But I think I've been here before, which is actually quite nice, because I thought I hadn't done this between this part and Amborach. I thought there was bits of the side of the glen I hadn't set foot on, but I think I've come up here years ago. There was a group of us that went to do the Einachigich, which is just over on your right hand side, so over my shoulder, and we did an extended version, and I'm sure there was a scramble just below this summit which we came up, scrambled up here and then walked along to the start of the Einachigich, went over that and then dropped down and then up the Papa Glencoe and then dropped down. We had 2 cars with us, and I tell you what, I think I can remember being pretty knackered after that. It was quite a long day, that, but good fun, just an extended version. I don't know if anybody else has done that, let me know in the comments below, but yeah, it's an absolutely fabulous morning. What a difference to that torrential rain I had last night. It really is just wonderful. And over on the left there, that's Bidjan Nan Bian with Stobcor and Lochin. Just you can't quite make it out. Well, you can make it out, but it merges in with the summit of Bidjan. But just wonderful, wonderful hills in Glen Coe. And no UFOs to talk of. Just an owl which nearly flew into me as I came out of the tent this morning. But lovely. What a morning. I think I'll head back down now. There's just lovely layers and layers and layers. There's like some mist lying low in the glens. You get that kind of effect of layers when that happens. It's absolutely glorious. So let's head back, get the tent down, and I'll maybe do one more bit to camera before we head off. Right, let's go. Right, let's get this away, tidied up. Always a part of the camp I look forward to least is the breakdown. And as I said before, I always leave one peg in, just in case. There's a wee breeze at the moment, but I don't suspect it's going to blow away, but I keep one peg in, just in case. But yeah, what a fabulous fabulous wee adventure it's been. The forecast last night wasn't quite what was, well, the weather wasn't what was forecast, is what I'm meaning to say, which is a shame, but that's Scotland for you. It's Scotland in summer. Don't come to Scotland thinking it's going to be like this the whole time. It will rain. That's one of the surefire things. But yeah, I think what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to get this tent away. And yeah, I'll finish putting this away. I'm not going to film it all, but yeah, I'm going to head back down to the car. I'll probably have another coffee at the car. I've got bottled water in the car which doesn't taste rotten like that platypus. But yeah, I think I'll just I'll finish the video here. You're not going to want to watch me break the tent down and putting it back in the bag, but I'll leave no trace, blah blah blah. Stay safe out there as always. And yeah, I'll see you next Wednesday for another adventure. Right, let's do this and get back home.